Welcome back, everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you a subwoofer hack on your hertz and the level on your AVR. Before I begin, the two subwoofer I am going to be talking about is this Klipsch reference 115, and the other one I have on the other side of the room is the R12 Klipsch. And we're going to use this Klipsch as a demonstration, even though this only goes down to 80 hertz down here. We're going to pretend that that 80 hertz is 40. So typically, when you're running a subwoofer on your AVR, depending on your dBs and your hertz setup, if you're doing auto cal for your sound pressure, but normally on your AVR you're gonna have it around 0 or above on your AVR for the level, and I'll show you where I have my settings at. And then on your subwoofer, your gain level here, you probably have it somewhere. So if the middle is 50%, you probably have it somewhere less than 50% on your gain level. And on your hertz level, you're gonna have, if you want the full range, you're gonna have your hertz on your power subwoofer set it to 80 to 150 to get the full range without handicapping the ability of the subwoofer. Now, that's all fine and dandy, but ideally what you want is you want the deepest low frequency bass response out of your subwoofer as humanly possible, and you don't want to lose much of that deep bass also by turning it too low on your hertz. So the hack that I use to get a pretty decent deep bass without sacrificing too much of the subwoofer range, what I do is on my power subwoofer, I have my settings somewhere from around 60 hertz to roughly 70 hertz on the hertz. And the trick to this hack is that for your level gain, you're gonna want it at least in the middle, which is like 50%, or higher, so roughly up to 75%. So somewhere from 50% to like 75%, you're gonna want your gain turned up that high. But like I said, normally, and if you're happy where whatever settings you have with your AVR and your subwoofer, that's all fine and dandy. But if you're looking for something a little bit different or try something new, this is my hack. Now, like I said, most of all the years I've been using power subwoofer, I've always had it like really low, like maybe 20% to 20% to like probably 35% on the gain level. But for these Klipsch that I have, everyone's setup is different, but I get better sounding when I turn up the gain level all the way to at least 50% or to 50-60%, and that way it pushes as much as it can. But the trick is, once you do that, you're gonna have to turn down your level on your subwoofer, or on your AVR for the subwoofer, and I'll show you that in a second. So before we go to that, where I would have your gain level, I would start in the middle, halfway there, and then have your hertz roughly somewhere from 70 to 80. Even though I run mine at like 50 to 60, you should have your hertz probably, well, just so you guys are aware, if you get the lower you turn down, the lower your hertz is, the more vibration you're gonna get on your subwoofer. So the more it vibrates. So depending on how much vibration you want, the lower you set your hertz on your subwoofer, it's the more vibration. So that's up to you guys. And then, so let's pretend that you set, let's pretend like you do what I'm doing, right? I have mine probably somewhere around, like, pretend like this is 40%, 40 hertz. I have mine set at like 60 hertz, and then my gain level on that subwoofer right there, I have that at around roughly like in the middle 50% there. Okay, so all right, and then we're gonna go to the AVR right now. So ideally, when you have your subwoofer, the lower your power subwoofer on your hertz, the lower you set it, the more rumble you get. But if you want the full range, then I would set your power subwoofer to perhaps 80 hertz, so that way you don't really lose much. But if you, like I said, if you want the rumble and you want more vibration, that's why some people, they like to turn it down to like 40 hertz. Now, the trick is for your crossover frequency, for everything, for me, for everything. So like say for you, if your AVR has a specific crossover frequency for your subwoofer, I would not go lower than 80 hertz for your crossover, right? So it doesn't matter where you set your power subwoofer on your hertz. On the AVR, I would not set it lower than 80 hertz, so that way it sounds better. I don't know how, from experience, I played around with that a lot. So, but that's totally up to you guys. But I leave mine at 80 hertz. I leave it 80 hertz for everything. To this day, like, I just decided, I was running 70 hertz for a while, but I've decided that the crossover frequency for me that's best for my speakers is 80 hertz. Now, on your levels for your subwoofers, so I got one at -5. My max lowest I can turn it down to is -10. Now, if you turn yours down to -10, and your subwoofer during your test is still super like loud, that's good. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna slowly turn down your gain, very, very, very little turn on your gain until it's not too loud. If your max settings on your AVR subwoofer, if it reached the max that you can turn it down. So once you, like I said, once you do that, like I said, if it's still too loud and you hit the max wall for your turning down your dB on your subwoofer, go back to your power subwoofer and manually turn down the gain a little bit, so that way it'll be where you want it. For me, these are pretty much my settings. This -5 dB here level here, that is for my Klipsch reference 115, and this -10 dB here level, it's for my other Klipsch R12s. So I hope this hack worked for you guys. And like I said before, whatever settings you have now and you're happy with it, that's all fine and dandy. But if you guys didn't know about this little hack that I just showed you guys, this is how I'm running my living room, and it's pretty good. for these Klipsch speakers. Now, if you got way more expensive subwoofer, or it works pretty good for these Klipsch subwoofers. Now, if you got better, way more expensive subwoofers, you might not even have to go this route. But the most expensive Klipsch speaker that I have, I bought it back then for like under 900 bucks. I'm pretty sure you can get it for 800 or less now. But like I said, I think I bought it for like roughly 800 for the R115s, I believe, back then. I can't remember, 850 or 800, but I'm pretty sure now you can buy it cheaper. But that being said, that's a pretty good price for what I get off the reference 115s. It's a pretty decent price. But even then, you're not, the way more expensive subwoofers, they can handle deeper tones, deeper bass. It has a better management. So this video might not apply to the very expensive subwoofers, but if you have pretty decent subwoofers that are lower tiers or mid-tier to lower, this hack will surely make your setup sound a lot deeper and better, in my opinion. Yep, that is it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hooded Dragons out.